Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we are going to do an updated character guide on Lightning. So Lightning just got her Force Weapon and Echo. She is getting a early 3-month early rework here, so she's going to be looking pretty dang good. For those of you unfamiliar with Lightning, she's pretty much a speedy turn-hogging damage dealer, very single target focused. She has a little bit of delay in her kit. She has a lot of unbreaking. She steals free turns when she breaks enemies. And now, the most notable thing with her rework is you're going to kind of play her a little bit differently because she's really now focused on the EX. The EX is going to be her really big damage. Her BT is going to enable that to be spammable. Bahamut Summon really works too. So actually I'm going to switch to Bahamut Summon so I can show that. I probably won't have to, but I'll put Bahamut Summon down. And Lightning, I think, can combo really well with a character like Iris or Sephiroth. So in this showcase, I am going to showcase her with Iris because Iris's BT effect sets their max brave to 0, which in turn makes them unbreak a lot quicker. And the more you can break, Lightning loves breaking enemies. Lightning steals turns when she breaks enemies. So we definitely want to kind of encourage that, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to start by looking at her calls, her artifacts, and her spheres, right? So her calls I don't think are notable at all. Spark Strike is basically just damage and then like Brave Regen to the caller. Nothing too crazy. The LD is okay because it does unbreak and like break the enemies. It's kind of a delay call, I guess I would say. And it does put a Lightning in peril down. But honestly, I don't ever really bring Lightning call for anything. So definitely don't summon her just for the call. If you're going to get her, it's because you want her as a damage dealer. I would say she does have more value if you did choose yellow as your crystal room. So I do not have yellow crystal room, so this is going to be a standalone like normal Lightning. She is fully built, ultimate weapon, all that, but no crystal room bonuses. So we'll keep that in mind as we watch the showcase as well, right? So let's go ahead and look at her. So Lightning does, I should say this right away, Lightning does have an extra weapon, which is this, the Dark Mannequin weapon. So if you want to get the Dark Mannequin weapon, and you do, because they do give like decent stats, you can buy these in the Power Token shop. And then these are also in, what is it? Oh gosh. It's like Act 2, Chapter 5.8 or something like that. So it's like Act 2, Chapter 5, you beat that. And then another world opens up and like this whole new world. And I think it's called 2.5.8 or whatever. Act 2, Chapter 5.8, I think is what it is. And there's this whole new world where there's like a stage for each protagonist, and you can actually get one of these for free. So you could get it through the story for free, but you're going to need 4 copies anyway, so you're going to have to buy the other dupes, or you have to use Power Stones to max it out. But all the protagonists have the Dark Mannequin weapon, so I definitely would make sure to get that, right? Okay, so with that, let's go to artifacts. Lightning is very simple. She's an older character, so she doesn't have a special passive, so you just want attack 108, max brave 330 as a damage dealer. And then for spheres, she has 2 A slots and a D slot. Her A slot, you want attack, brave damage. Attack and max brave is actually a really good combo on her. She really likes to have both. I do think that King is probably one of the best spheres you can give her. It is the highest attack sphere in the game, and it triggers on break, which is a really easy condition for Lightning. So I think King Sphere is one of the best spheres you can put on Lightning for sure. And then something like Arden I think is very good because it's another break trigger, which Lightning is very good at. And it is a max brave attack up. Now, if you have like Sephiroth or one of those other generic attack max braves, those are fine as well. But what I always say when I do spheres, I like using spheres if I can, that if they're specific to certain playstyles or the character, it caters to a certain character, I like to use those because like Ardent Sphere isn't going to be good on any damage dealer. It's better on damage dealers that have Rebreak, which Lightning has. So if I can utilize it on a character that makes better use of it, I would rather do that, right? Then on the D slot, you want Hope or Cissnei because those are attack and max brave to the party. I did Cissnei here because Lightning is going to be attacking a lot. And she's going to be dealing a lot of crit damage, so she's going to constantly re-trigger this. Whereas Hope is a buff trigger, which Lightning does buffs, but if you're spamming a bunch of attacks, you might not always be buffing, and you could probably burn through it pretty quick. Cissnei is going to ensure you're going to hold on to it since you're constantly on the offensive, constantly attacking. I think Cissnei here is actually far superior to Hope, so I would lean that way if you have it, right? Okay, so with that, we are ready to go into a showcase. We are bringing Iris. I think Iris pairs very well because Iris is going to make the enemies breakable more often. Now, Lightning can sustain her own breaking, but not always, right? She has to press certain buttons to do it, and you might not always want to press those buttons. Lightning is going to be easy to showcase because she steals turns. She's very speedy, right? All right, so Aerith is going to start with BT effect immediately. Actually, we're going to start with Raijin. Okay, and then we're going to go BT effect. Okay, dropping the meteor down, or the asteroid down. All right, so here comes Lightning. So Lightning is going to start off with a free action, and what it is Lightning kind of has two modes, right? So she's got Commando mode and she's got Ravager mode. So the reason why they're giving you the free skill use is they want you to press 15 or 35 to pick a mode. Now, you don't have to do it, but I do recommend you do it. Now, what's going to happen is her first attack is actually going to charge her EX. So I always open Spark Strike. So we're going to hit Spark Strike first. Okay, so that was 800k. And what Spark Strike does is, oh, and when you have the plus version, it'll actually unbreak the target. I think that's actually new. I don't think she unbroke with her 15 and 35, and now it looks like she does. Okay, so we got to go through this, right? So, Spark Strike puts her in the Ravager mode, okay? So if you have the plus version, which I did not have right there, it would unbreak the target. But otherwise, it just does the attack that you see there. It gives her an attack up, and it puts her in Ravager mode, and it gives one stack of it. And then it removes Commando mode. So if you stay in the same mode and you stack it up to 2, you get the plus version. So if I did Spark Strike again, it would go to Spark Strike Plus to be in Commando 2 mode, okay? Now, the reason why I do Spark Strike and then go into EX, because Army of One now becomes the plus version. And Army of One only gets the plus version when you're in Ravager mode. So I always make sure I try to Spark Strike before I EX. Now, this EX is supposed to be like the really big Unga Bunga damage that comes with the rework. Now, we don't have, well, we have one BT effect up, but this should be 12 HP dumps. So let's check it out. The damage here should be pretty good. It also looks like she's getting true HP damage as well. Dude, okay, Lightning, chill. She just did 3.2 mil with her EX, so yes, her damage is improved. Dude, that's like Tifa numbers, so that is good without a force effect. Whew, yeah, that's good damage. That is her button, right? That's where her playstyle has changed. You're really focused on that. So, Army of One, if it unbreaks the target and then it broke them, right? When you attack, she actually heals HP on this, so she can actually heal herself. It delays the target 2 turns if it's the plus version, 1 turn if it's not. Extends all of her buffs by 1 turn, and she gets a free ability use on the next turn. And she gets a buff called Knight of Etro, and it does put a Lightning in peril down. Now, Knight of Etro is an attack up, max brave up, and lightning enchant. And then Knight of Etro is really important because this gives her spammable turns. So while Knight of Etro is up, anytime she breaks a target, she's going to get a free turn. However, she can't earn it if she's already on a free turn, okay? So let's put this into practice. So her AA is called Break, Reset, Slash. This is actually a very good button to use on her, especially on a free skill use. So right now, what I can do is the enemies are broken, right? So I can press the AA and it will unbreak the enemy. Now the enemy's in a breakable state. So now that the enemy's in a breakable state, I can attack with something, and it's going to give me an instant turn. So for instance, let's do Spark Strike again, so that we can get into Spark Strike Plus. So dude, 800k, okay. Now we got a free turn from the break, right? Or sorry, it puts you in the plus version for the other attack, so then you switch modes. So that gives me Flourish of Steel Plus. So if I use Flourish of Steel twice, then it puts me in the plus. Sorry, yes, because I have to be in Commando 2. So if I'm in Commando 2, then Spark Strike goes up. So what it does is it encourages you to switch modes. So using Spark Strike Plus will give you the plus version of Flourish. Using Flourish twice gets you in Spark Strike mode. Okay. All right, so now here's what I want to do again. Right now I'm on a free turn. So if I break again, I'm not going to steal a turn, But if I interrupt the turn with something else, like I could do the AA again, that now counts as an interruption, and now she's technically not on the free turn. So now I can break again, and I'll get another free turn. So let's break the B enemy, and let's do Flourish to Steal, and this is the plus version. Now this plus version would have unbroke the enemy for us. All right. So now Flourish, it unbreaks if it's the plus version, so that would have done it. It ignores defense, and it counts as a free skill use if you're in the plus version. It does a Brave regen up, and then it puts her into commando mode. And it gets 1 stack and it removes Ravager. So now we're in commando mode, right? Now notice Army of 1 is not the plus version. So I just want to test something out. Let me go ahead and let's do Break, Reset, Slash again to steal a turn. You're going to see the turn hogging is pretty easy with this girl. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into, I want to do Flourish to Steal again because I want to get into Commando 2. Okay, so that puts me into Commando 2. Now you see only 670k there, so her normal damage isn't crazy. It's really from the EX, right? And now I've got Spark Strike Plus, so now this should break the enemy. Yep, it unbroke the enemy. That's good. I may have missed it on her last rework, but I feel like that's new, because I don't remember her having Unbreak on all of these skills, but I may have missed it on her last rework. That's really good that she has that much more Rebreak now, right? Iris, we can Potion Pass a little bit. And then I do want to get Iris's BT effect up as well. So let's get her BT effect flowing. We don't need to do anything there. Yep, let's put Eclipse down. So like I said, this Iris BT is going to make it so their max Brave is 0. So what that means is they, because their Brave cap is so low, it makes them unbreak very quick, like every other turn. So even Lightning won't necessarily have to rely on an unbreak move to get breaks. Alright, so this left enemy is ready to go. Now, I have Army of 1 up again, right? So what I like to do is if there's an unbroken enemy, I like to hit them with the Army of 1 plus, because this is going to unbreak and give me the free turn anyways. So let's see the big damage from the EX again with 2 BT effects. Yeah, 3 mil again. Yeah, very good. She's hitting 3 mil plus on that. That's pretty dang crazy. All right, and then we're kind of back to this, right? Let's go ahead. And I do want to get BT effect up, and I do want her LD. Let's do the LD next. This is called Crushing Blow. Let's hit this. All right, so that unbreaks and kind of delays through the breaking, right? So it unbreaks everyone. Big AoE attack. She's going to get 2 instant free turns and skill uses after this. So she's going to kind of get the spam on her next turn. Then she gets an overhead called Savior of Souls. And that is going to be a 16 turn buff. And then it is going to put a Lightning in Peril down. Her overhead buff gives Overflow stolen up, HP damage and Brave stolen up, true HP attack, so that's where the true HP damage is coming. The party gets a Brave regen and Brave damage up. And you do more damage versus broken enemies, which is what Lightning wants to do. Alright, so with Aerith now, we definitely need to like Healing Wind spam here. We're going to go all the way to FR at this point, because we're ready. We are ready to get in there with Lightning. We are for sure ready. Although I kind of want to get her BT effect up. So what I think I'm going to do, I might actually do her BT effect first. Actually, I think I'm going to FR first, then do her BT. Well, I don't know. Let me double check. I mean, if her FR breaks, she'll steal a free turn, so maybe we can make this work. Let's just try it. Okay, Aerith, you gotta chill here. Alright, Aerith is ready to pass turn. So Aerith, I think, is just going to, sure, we'll Fury Brand here. I mean, with the Iris BT effect, they should be fairly breakable, right? Okay. And then Iris, you don't need to do anything crazy. I mean, I could LD to put her after Lightning so we could copy damage, sure. Alright, and you can see the enemies now, because of Iris, they're unbreaking constantly. So they're both at 0. So what I'm going to do... Oh, and Lightning's got turns in a row anyway. So yeah, I think I want to do BT effect and then Force right away. Or do I want to Force first and then BT effect? We'll do BT effect first. Alright, so let's just Gestalt Drive. Let's see what the damage looks like here. All right, so about 2 mil there. That's solid for sure. Definitely solid. So what this does is mainly single target damage, as you saw there. 10 turn burst effect. And the reason why your burst effect is so long is because the game knows you're going to be taking a lot of turns with her, and she's going to go through the buff very quick, right? So they have to give her a long turn duration. So this is Brave damage up, Overflow stolen up, Brave damage limit up, HP damage limit up, and it's a lot more for Lightning. Lightning's EX will fill anytime she breaks, okay? And then versus broken enemies, you get a Brave damage and HP damage up. So very, very good right there, right? So if we go ahead here, Lightning does not have EX up. But we are going to hit the FR. We're going to break the enemy, and that's going to auto-charge her EX all the way up. Although it was pretty close. Like, she was pretty much there anyways, but this should fill up the EX gauge. And then comboing with Furion for some nice damage. 2.8 AoE. Okay, 3 mil AoE is pretty good. Alright, so let me just take a look here at the FR. So the FR is the big AoE attack you saw there. Party HP damage and limit up versus broken enemies. Party lightning enchant, which is good for her FR effect. If you attack a broken target, 30%. If you do lightning damage, 45%. And that's for everybody, right? So it's a very easy 75% because every party member will be doing lightning damage. And as long as you attack somebody that's broken, you're going to get the 30%. Now, Iris does counteract that a little bit because you're going to have less opportunity to attack broken enemies. But lightning kind of wants to break anyways, right? So let's just see how it looks here. So lightning now, yeah, we can spam and just echo with her, I suppose, huh? Yeah, let's just echo, and we're going to attack the broken enemy. And I mean, I could like sit around and echo, but I might just like kind of spam lightning turns and get to like turn 7 and then just go burst phase. Let's see here. All right. So we have Army of 1. So this is the big attack, and we want to do this constantly, right? And this is going to be kind of a loop because Army of 1 will break the enemy. And because we broke, it should recharge the EX, right? So let's go ahead and recharge it. Should work in theory. All right, so at 200%, how much is this beastly thing going to do? Okay, 10 mil already. It's pretty good. And look at that. Lightning's got her EX up. She's ready to go. And once again, it's because we're in burst effect, right? So, yeah, we can just keep looping this thing and just do mad, ridiculous amounts of damage. Gosh. And because the enemy's broken when we target them, we still get the full percentage too. And that enemy is actually almost dead. So I'm going to go into burst phase now. And sure, well, yeah, we'll just keep going after the same enemy basically till they're dead. And then we'll go after, so he's going to die here. Yeah, this EX does an insane amount of damage. 17 mil at only 377%. We'll see how high we can get it here. But yeah, you just keep cranking on the EX. It's just infinite. And once again, this comes from the BT. So Iris actually isn't super important because the EX unbreaks anyways. So you don't like have to have Iris. I think Iris would be more for like just doing standard combat, like outside of having her BT effect up just to get more breaks. But yeah, you definitely don't have to combo her. She's very self-sufficient here. She just does it. And we just see 12 dumps with true HP damage. It definitely adds up. 24 million. This is heavy. This is very good damage. We'll keep going. No reason to press another button. And we saw it, dude. Her EX hits harder than her BT. It hits harder than her FR. Like, it is her best button. 27 million. And we're not even near, like, max gauge. So Tifa, Lightning here is probably competing with Tifa. I feel like Lightning, like, with launch, follow-up, whatever, probably could hit the 75 plus million on a shot. That's how I'm feeling. This damage is quite heavy. All right, at 767... what are we looking like here? At 767. 34 mil, yeah. Very crazy. And then we'll drop the BT here to end it. I would say like the big flaw with Lightning is now that we have crystal rooms, right? she's like kind of a direct competitor to Tifa, and they both are like they're so similar, right? They're both like insane single target DPSs that you really, I don't know that you would want to run them both on the same team. So if you already have Tifa and you're a yellow room user, you don't have to have Lightning. I'll be straight up about that. But Lightning is very good. So I'd say if you're a yellow crystal user and you don't have Tifa, or maybe you're just a general, like it doesn't matter on Crystal Room, if you don't have a strong single target damage dealer, Lightning's very good. But I did say this earlier in a different video. Just remember Astos is coming, and Lightning really is mainly just bringing damage. And Astos will kind of outclass anybody that's just damage. So just know that very soon Lightning will kind of get replaced as like a big damage dealer, and Astos can do AoE damage, which is actually a little bit more desirable. But if you like Lightning and you're a yellow crystal user, she's definitely like very good. Like her EX damage is kind of crazy, kind of insane. Let me know what you think of this girl. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.